My beloved child, as you lay your head down to rest this night, I come to you with words of wisdom that have echoed through the ages, treasures from the book of Proverbs that I have preserved for you. Close your eyes now and let my voice wash over you like gentle waves upon the shore, bringing you peace, bringing you rest, bringing you into the place of divine wisdom where your spirit can be renewed. Tonight, you need not strive or struggle. You need only receive the gift of wisdom I have prepared for you since before the foundation of the world. Let every concern of this day fade away as you sink deeper into my presence, deeper into rest, deeper into the understanding that I am here with you now, speaking words of life directly into your heart. The wisdom of Proverbs is not merely ancient text upon a page, but living truth that breathes with my spirit, truth that transforms, truth that brings you into alignment with my perfect will for your life. As you rest tonight, these words will do their work within you, planting seeds of wisdom in the garden of your heart, seeds that will blossom into understanding, discernment, and the ability to walk in my ways with confidence and grace. You are safe here in this moment, protected by my love, surrounded by my peace, and I am about to share with you wisdom that will change your life in ways you cannot yet imagine. Breathe deeply now, release the tensions of your day, and prepare your heart to receive. The beginning of wisdom, my child, is the fear of the Lord, and knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. This fear is not terror or dread, but reverence, honor, the recognition that I am God and you are my beloved creation. When you understand who I am, truly understand my power, my holiness, my love, and my purpose for your life, wisdom flows naturally from that understanding like a spring of fresh water flowing from the rock. I created you with the capacity for wisdom, embedded within you the ability to discern right from wrong, truth from deception, life from death. But this capacity must be awakened, nurtured, and developed through relationship with me, through meditation on my word, through the decision to seek wisdom as you would seek silver and search for it as for hidden treasure. Tonight, as you rest, I am depositing treasures of wisdom deep within your spirit, treasures that will serve you all the days of your life. My son, if you accept my words and store up my commands within you, turning your ear to wisdom and applying your heart to understanding. Indeed, if you call out for insight and cry aloud for understanding, and if you look for it as for silver and search for it as for hidden treasure, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. Do you hear the promise in these words? When you seek wisdom with all your heart, you will find it, because I make myself available to those who earnestly seek me. The wisdom you need for every situation, every decision, every challenge you will ever face is available to you through relationship with me. You do not need to stumble through life in confusion and uncertainty. I have provided everything you need to walk in wisdom, to make choices that lead to life, to discern the path that leads to blessing. For I, the Lord, give wisdom, and from my mouth come knowledge and understanding. I hold success in store for the upright. I am a shield to those whose walk is blameless, for I guard the course of the just and protect the way of my faithful ones. Think about this, my beloved. Every good thing in your life has come from my hand. Every moment of joy, every breakthrough, every answered prayer, every unexpected blessing has been my gift to you. And I have so much more prepared for you, blessings you cannot yet imagine, doors you cannot yet see, opportunities that will astound you. But to walk into these blessings, you need wisdom. You need to understand how my kingdom operates, how my principles work, how to align your life with my will. Tonight I am giving you this wisdom, imparting it to your spirit as you rest, planting it deep where it will grow and flourish. Then you will understand what is right and just and fair, every good path. For wisdom will enter your heart and knowledge will be pleasant to your soul. Discretion will protect you and understanding will guard you. Wisdom will save you from the ways of wicked men, from men whose words are perverse, who have left the straight paths to walk in dark ways. who delight in doing wrong and rejoice in the perverseness of evil, whose paths are crooked and who are devious in their ways. The world you live in is full of voices calling out to you, trying to influence you, attempting to pull you away from my best for your life. Some of these voices are obvious in their deception, but others are subtle, presenting themselves as wisdom while leading you astray. This is why you need discernment, the ability to recognize truth from error, to see through deception to the reality beneath. I am giving you this discernment now, sharpening your spiritual senses, enabling you to recognize my voice above all other voices. You will know when something is not from me. You will sense when a path leads away from my will. You will perceive danger before you fall into it. This is my protection for you, my gift of wisdom working in your life to keep you on the path that leads to abundant life. My child, do not forget my teaching, but keep my commands in your heart, for they will prolong your life many years and bring you peace and prosperity. Let love and faithfulness never leave you. Bind them around your neck, write them on the tablet of your heart. Then you will win favor and a good name in the sight of God and man. Everything I ask of you, every command I give, every instruction in my word is designed for your good, for your flourishing, for your success in every area of life. I am not a harsh taskmaster, demanding obedience for my own benefit. I am your loving Father who knows exactly what you need, who sees the beginning from the end, who understands the consequences of every choice, every action, every word. When I tell you to walk in love, it is because love protects you and positions you for blessing. When I instruct you to be faithful, it is because faithfulness builds the foundation for everything good in your life. When I ask you to forgive, it is because unforgiveness is a poison that will destroy you from within. Every principle in Proverbs, every piece of wisdom, every instruction is given because I love you and I want you to thrive. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to me, and I will make your paths straight. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and shun evil. This will bring health to your body and nourishment to your bones. These words have transformed millions of lives throughout history, and tonight they are transforming yours. Trust is the foundation of our relationship, the bedrock upon which everything else is built. When you trust me completely, holding nothing back, surrendering every area of your life to my care, miracles happen. Doors open that no man can shut. Provision appears when there seems to be no way. Healing manifests in impossible situations. Relationships are restored. Dreams come to life. This is not because you are special in yourself, but because you have connected yourself to me, the source of all power, all provision, all possibility. Your own understanding is limited, constrained by what you can see and comprehend in the natural realm. But I see everything, know everything, understand everything. When you lean on your own understanding, you limit yourself to human wisdom, which is foolishness compared to divine wisdom. But when you submit to me, when you acknowledge me in all your ways, you gain access to unlimited wisdom, to divine strategy, to supernatural insight. And I promise you this, I will make your paths straight. I will remove obstacles, clear confusion, and lead you directly to your destiny. Honor the Lord with your wealth, with the first fruits of all your crops. Then your barns will be filled to overflowing, and your vats will brim over with new wine. My child, I am teaching you tonight about the principle of honor, the law of first fruits, the truth that what you honor increases in your life. When you honor me with your resources, giving me the first and best rather than the leftovers, you open yourself to blessing that cannot be contained. This is not about me needing your money. I own the cattle on 1,000 hills, the wealth in every mine, the resources of the entire earth. This is about your heart, your priorities, your recognition of where your provision truly comes from. When you honor me first, you declare that I am your source, not your job, not your business, not your investments. And when I am your source, I can pour out blessing in ways that defy natural logic. ways that amaze you, ways that cause others to recognize my hand upon your life. This principle applies not just to finances, but to every area of your life. Honor me with your time by seeking me first. Honor me with your relationships by putting me before all others. Honor me with your dreams by submitting them to my will. Honor me with your words by speaking life and truth. And watch as I fill every area of your life to overflowing, as I cause blessing to chase you down and overtake you, as I establish you as a testimony of my goodness. My son, do not despise the Lord's discipline, and do not resent his rebuke, because the Lord disciplines those he loves, as a father the son he delights in. There are times in your life when I must correct you, redirect you, even discipline you. This is not punishment, my child. This is proof of my love for you. I care too much about your destiny to allow you to continue in paths that will harm you. I love you too deeply to stand by silently while you make choices that will derail your purpose. When you sense my correction, do not harden your heart. Do not rebel or resist. Instead, thank me, because my discipline is evidence that I have not abandoned you, that I am actively involved in your life, that I am committed to bringing you into the fullness of everything I have planned for you. The correction of a loving father is a precious gift, for it keeps you on the path of life and steers you away from destruction. Those I do not love, I leave to their own devices, to the consequences of their choices, to the destruction that follows rebellion. But you, my beloved child, you I will never leave, never forsake, never stop guiding and correcting until you stand complete before me, transformed into the image of my Son, walking in the fullness of your divine purpose. Blessed are those who find wisdom, those who gain understanding, for she is more profitable than silver and yields better returns than gold. She is more precious than rubies. Nothing you desire can compare with her. Long life is in her right hand. In her left hand are riches and honor. Her ways are pleasant ways, and all her paths are peace. She is a tree of life to those who take hold of her. Those who hold her fast will be blessed. Tonight, I want you to grasp the incredible value of wisdom, to understand that above all earthly treasures, above all material possessions, above fame and power and pleasure, wisdom is the supreme treasure. With wisdom, you can gain wealth, but without wisdom, you will lose whatever wealth comes to you. With wisdom, you can build relationships that last, but without wisdom, you will destroy even the best relationships. With wisdom, you can navigate any challenge, overcome any obstacle, find your way through any difficulty. But without wisdom, even the simplest situations become complicated, even the clearest paths become confused. I am offering you this treasure tonight, freely, abundantly. You do not need to earn it or deserve it. You simply need to receive it, to open your heart to my instruction, to value what I am giving you. And as you receive wisdom, your life will be transformed in every dimension. Long life, riches, honor, pleasant ways, peace, blessing beyond measure. All of this flows from wisdom, from knowing me, from walking in my ways. By wisdom, the Lord laid the earth's foundations. By understanding, he set the heavens in place. By his knowledge, the watery depths were divided, and the clouds let drop the dew. Do you realize, my child, that the same wisdom that created the universe, that set the stars in their courses, that established the laws of nature, that formed the mountains and filled the seas, is available to you? The wisdom that designed the human body with its trillions of cells working in perfect harmony, the wisdom that created the miracle of life, the wisdom that balanced the entire ecosystem of the earth. This wisdom lives in you through my Spirit. You have access to the mind of Christ, to divine intelligence, to supernatural understanding. You are not limited to human reasoning. You can tap into the same wisdom that spoke worlds into existence, that parted the Red Sea, that raised the dead, that conquered sin and death. This wisdom will guide you in your relationships, showing you how to love effectively, how to communicate clearly, how to resolve conflicts peacefully. This wisdom will direct you in your career, revealing opportunities, opening doors, giving you strategies for success. This wisdom will protect you from danger, warning you of threats, helping you avoid traps, keeping you safe. This wisdom will heal your body, restore your mind, renew your strength. There is nothing you will face in life that this wisdom cannot handle, no problem too complex, no situation too difficult. Trust in the wisdom I am giving you tonight. My son, do not let wisdom and understanding out of your sight. Preserve sound judgment and discretion. They will be life for you, an ornament to grace your neck. Then you will go on your way in safety, and your foot will not stumble. When you lie down, you will not be afraid. When you lie down, your sleep will be sweet. Have no fear of sudden disaster or of the ruin that overtakes the wicked, for the Lord will be at your side and will keep your foot from being snared. Listen carefully to what I am telling you. When you hold on to wisdom, when you refuse to let it go, when you make it your most prized possession, it becomes your protection, your security, your confidence. You will walk through life with assurance, not because circumstances are always perfect, but because you know you have access to divine wisdom for every situation. When unexpected challenges arise, you will not panic because wisdom will show you the way through. When difficult decisions must be made, you will not be paralyzed by fear because wisdom will illuminate the right path. When opposition comes, when enemies rise up, when circumstances seem overwhelming, you will stand firm because wisdom has taught you that I am with you, that I am for you, that nothing can separate you from my love. And tonight, as you lie down to rest, this promise is especially precious. You will not be afraid. Your sleep will be sweet. You need not fear sudden disaster or the ruin that overtakes the wicked. Why? Because I am at your side, your ever-present help, your constant companion, your faithful protector. I am keeping your foot from being snared, watching over you while you sleep, surrounding you with my angels, covering you with my peace. Rest now, my child. Rest in the knowledge that you are completely safe, totally protected, fully loved. Do not withhold good from those to whom it is due when it is in your power to act. Do not say to your neighbor, "Come back tomorrow and I'll give it to you," when you already have it with you. I am teaching you tonight about the principle of immediate obedience, of responding to my promptings without delay, of being generous in the moment when opportunity presents itself. How many times have you felt my spirit urging you to help someone, to give to someone, to speak encouragement to someone, but you hesitated, postponed, delayed, and the moment passed? Learn from this, my child. When I prompt you to act, act immediately. When I call you to give, give generously. When I inspire you to speak, speak boldly. Do not wait for a more convenient time. Do not wait until you feel more prepared. Do not wait until circumstances seem perfect. Obey in the moment, and watch as I multiply your obedience, as I honor your faithfulness, as I use your availability to change lives and advance my kingdom. The blessings I want to pour through your life are dependent not on your perfection, but on your willingness to obey when I speak. Be someone I can trust with my promptings, someone who responds immediately when I call, someone through whom I can flow freely to touch the lives of others. Do not plot harm against your neighbor who lives trustfully near you. Do not accuse anyone for no reason when they have done you no harm. Do not envy the violent or choose any of their ways. For the Lord detests the perverse, but takes the upright into his confidence. The Lord's curse is on the house of the wicked, but he blesses the home of the righteous. He mocks proud mockers, but shows favor to the humble and oppressed. The wise inherit honor, but fools get only shame. My child, I am showing you tonight the clear distinction between the way of wisdom and the way of foolishness, between the path of life and the path of death. You must choose which path you will walk, and your choice will determine your destiny. The way of the wicked, those who plot harm, who accuse falsely, who envy the violent, who walk in perversity, leads only to curse, to shame, to destruction. But the way of the righteous, those who deal honestly, who speak truth, who choose peace, who walk in integrity, leads to blessing, to honor, to life abundant. I am calling you to the high road, my child, to the path of righteousness, to the way of wisdom. And I promise you this: when you walk in my ways, I will take you into my confidence. I will reveal my secrets to you, share my strategies with you, show you things to come. You will not stumble in darkness, but will have the light of life. You will not be confused about which way to go, but will have clear direction. You will not wonder what I am doing, but will understand my purposes. This intimacy with me, this access to my heart, is reserved for those who walk uprightly, who choose wisdom, who live according to my word. And it is available to you right now, tonight, as you rest in my presence and receive my wisdom. Listen, my son, to your father's instruction, and do not forsake your mother's teaching. They are a garland to grace your head, and a chain to adorn your neck. My son, if sinful men entice you, do not give in to them. If they say, "Come along with us, let's lie in wait for innocent blood, let's ambush some harmless soul," my son, do not go along with them. Do not set foot on their paths, for their feet rush into evil. They are swift to shed blood. How useless to spread a net where every bird can see it. Yet these men lie in wait for their own blood. They ambush only themselves. Such are the paths of all who go after ill-gotten gain. It takes away the life of those who get it. Throughout your life, my child, you will face temptations, invitations to compromise, opportunities to gain advantage through wrong means. The voices of the world will tell you that everyone does it, that you have to look out for yourself, that the ends justify the means. But I am warning you tonight, do not listen to these voices. Do not set foot on the paths of those who scheme and manipulate and deceive to get ahead. Their way leads to death, to destruction, to the loss of the very things they sought to gain. What does it profit anyone to gain the whole world but lose their soul? What good is wealth gained through dishonesty when it brings curse instead of blessing? What value is success achieved through compromise when it costs you your integrity, your peace, your relationship with me? I am calling you to a different way, the way of integrity, honesty, and trust in my provision. When you walk in my ways, refusing to compromise even when it costs you in the short term, I will honor you in the long term. I will provide for you in ways that amaze you. I will open doors that no man can shut. I will establish you in blessing that is pure, that brings joy with no sorrow added to it, that you can enjoy with a clear conscience and a peaceful heart. Choose this way, my child. Choose wisdom. Choose righteousness. Choose me. Out in the open, wisdom calls aloud. She raises her voice in the public square. On top of the wall, she cries out. At the city gate, she makes her speech. How long will you who are simple love your simple ways? How long will mockers delight in mockery and fools hate knowledge? Repent at my rebuke. Then I will pour out my thoughts to you. I will make known to you my teachings. But since you refuse to listen when I call, and no one pays attention when I stretch out my hand, since you disregard all my advice and do not accept my rebuke, I in turn will laugh when disaster strikes you. I will mock when calamity overtakes you, when calamity overtakes you like a storm, when disaster sweeps over you like a whirlwind, when distress and trouble overwhelm you. Then they will call to me, but I will not answer. They will look for me, but will not find me, since they hated knowledge and did not choose to fear the Lord. Wisdom is not hidden, my child. I am not playing games with you, hiding truth that you must search for endlessly. Wisdom cries out in the open, available to all who will listen, calling to those who will respond. The question is not whether wisdom is available, but whether you will receive it. Will you listen when I call? Will you pay attention when I stretch out my hand? Will you accept my advice and respond to my rebuke? Or will you harden your heart, turn away from instruction, and refuse to fear the Lord? The choice is yours, and the consequences of your choice are real and significant. Those who respond to wisdom, who turn at her rebuke, will experience blessing beyond measure as I pour out my thoughts to them and make known my teachings. But those who refuse, who ignore, who reject wisdom, will face consequences that cannot be avoided. I am speaking to you tonight with urgency, with passion, with the heart of a father who desperately wants his children to choose life. Please, my child, do not be among those who refuse wisdom. Do not wait until crisis comes and then cry out to me in desperation. Respond to me now, while it is called today, while the door of opportunity stands open before you. Choose wisdom, choose me. And live, since they would not accept my advice and spurned my rebuke, they will eat the fruit of their ways and be filled with the fruit of their schemes. For the waywardness of the simple will kill them, and the complacency of fools will destroy them. But whoever listens to me will live in safety and be at ease without fear of harm. Here is the promise I want you to grasp tonight with both hands. When you listen to me, when you follow my wisdom, when you walk in my ways, you will live in safety. You will be at ease. You will live without fear of harm. This does not mean you will never face challenges or difficulties. It means that in the midst of every challenge, you will have peace. In the face of every difficulty, you will have confidence. When danger threatens, you will have protection. When enemies rise up, you will have victory. Because you have chosen wisdom, because you have listened to my voice, because you have made me your refuge and your fortress, I will be your ever-present help in times of trouble. The world around you may be in chaos, but you will dwell in peace. Others may panic and despair, but you will rest in confidence. While many are overwhelmed by fear and anxiety, you will walk in supernatural peace that passes understanding. This is the fruit of wisdom, the reward of those who listen to my voice and follow my ways. My son, if you accept my words and store up my commands within you, turning your ear to wisdom and applying your heart to understanding. Indeed, if you call out for insight and cry aloud for understanding, and if you look for it as for silver and search for it as for hidden treasure, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. For the Lord gives wisdom, from his mouth come knowledge and understanding. He holds success in store for the upright. He is a shield to those whose walk is blameless, for he guards the course of the just and protects the way of his faithful ones. I want to return to this promise tonight because it is so crucial to everything I am teaching you. Wisdom is available, but it must be sought. You must turn your ear to it, apply your heart to it, call out for it, search for it with the same intensity that a person searches for silver or hidden treasure. This requires intentionality, focus, commitment. You cannot stumble into wisdom by accident. You cannot gain understanding without effort. But here is the glorious truth. When you seek wisdom with all your heart, you will find it, because I give it generously to all who ask. I am not withholding wisdom from you. I am not making it difficult for you to find. I am simply asking you to value it enough to seek it, to prioritize it above other pursuits, to invest time and energy in gaining it. And when you do, when you make wisdom your pursuit and knowledge of me your goal, I promise you that you will not be disappointed. You will understand the fear of the Lord, you will find the knowledge of God, and your life will be transformed in every dimension. Success will be yours because I hold it in store for you. Protection will surround you because I am your shield. Security will be your portion because I guard your course and protect your way. This is my promise to you, my faithful one, and my promises never fail. Then you will understand what is right and just and fair, every good path. For wisdom will enter your heart and knowledge will be pleasant to your soul. Discretion will protect you and understanding will guard you. Wisdom will save you from the ways of wicked men, from men whose words are perverse, who have left the straight paths to walk in dark ways. Can you imagine living with such clarity that you understand what is right in every situation? Can you envision having such discernment that you can recognize the right path even when multiple options seem valid? This is what I am offering you tonight, the ability to navigate life with confidence and wisdom, to make decisions that lead to blessing, to avoid the pitfalls that trap so many others. When wisdom enters your heart, it is not just intellectual knowledge, It is not mere information stored in your mind. It is living truth that transforms your very nature, that changes how you think, how you perceive, how you respond to life. Knowledge becomes pleasant to your soul, not burdensome or boring, but delightful, satisfying, deeply fulfilling. You will find yourself drawn to wisdom like a thirsty person is drawn to water, like a hungry person is drawn to food. And as you drink deeply of wisdom, as you feast on understanding, you will be protected from every scheme of the enemy, guarded from every trap, delivered from every snare. The wicked men who would seek to deceive you will have no power over you, because wisdom has made you too smart to fall for their lies. The perverse voices that would lead you astray will not move you, because understanding has anchored you firmly in truth. You will walk the straight paths while others stumble in darkness. You will live in the light while others grope in confusion. You will experience the abundant life while others settle for mere existence. This is the gift of wisdom, and it is yours tonight. Wisdom will save you also from the adulterous woman, from the wayward woman with her seductive words, who has left the partner of her youth and ignored the covenant she made before God. Surely her house leads down to death, and her paths to the spirits of the dead. None who go to her return or attain the paths of life. Thus you will walk in the ways of the good, and keep to the paths of the righteous. For the upright will live in the land, and the blameless will remain in it. But the wicked will be cut off from the land, and the unfaithful will be torn from it. I speak to you now about the power of wisdom to protect you from sexual immorality, from the temptations that have destroyed countless lives, from the seduction that appears attractive but leads to death. In the world you live in, sexual temptation is everywhere, constantly presented as normal, desirable, something to be pursued without restraint or consequence. But I am telling you the truth tonight. Sexual sin is a path to death, to the destruction of relationships, families, destinies. The momentary pleasure it offers cannot compare to the lasting damage it causes. Wisdom will protect you from this destruction. When you walk in wisdom, when you honor my design for sexuality within the covenant of marriage, when you refuse to compromise even when opportunity presents itself, you position yourself for blessing that goes beyond what you can imagine. Your relationships will be pure and fulfilling. Your conscience will be clear. Your testimony will be powerful. Your future will be secure. You will live in the land of blessing while the wicked are cut off. You will remain in the place of favor while the unfaithful are torn away. This is not punishment from a harsh God, but the natural consequence of choices, the inevitable result of sowing and reaping. Choose wisdom, my child. Honor the boundaries I have established, not because I want to restrict your pleasure, but because I want to protect your destiny. My son, do not forget my teaching, but keep my commands in your heart, for they will prolong your life many years and bring you peace and prosperity. Let love and faithfulness never leave you. Bind them around your neck. Write them on the tablet of your heart. Then you will win favor and a good name in the sight of God and man. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and shun evil. This will bring health to your body and nourishment to your bones. Honor the Lord with your wealth, with the first fruits of all your crops. Then your barns will be filled to overflowing, and your vats will brim over with new wine. These words have become familiar to you tonight, repeated because they are the foundation of everything else I am teaching you. Trust, submission, honor, these are the pillars upon which a wise life is built. When you trust me completely, you release the burden of trying to figure everything out on your own, trying to control every outcome, trying to manage every detail of your life. You can rest in the knowledge that I am in control, that I am working all things together for your good, that I have a plan for your life, and nothing can thwart it. When you submit to me in all your ways, acknowledging me in every decision, seeking my wisdom for every choice, inviting my presence into every situation, You open the door for me to direct your paths, to lead you to places you could never find on your own, to orchestrate circumstances in ways that amaze you. When you honor me with your wealth, giving me first place not just in theory but in practice, not just with words but with resources, you activate the principle of blessing that cannot be stopped. Provision that cannot be explained by natural means, abundance that overflows into every area of your life. This is the way of wisdom, my child, and it is the way to life, peace, health, prosperity, and joy unspeakable. My son, do not despise the Lord's discipline, and do not resent his rebuke, because the Lord disciplines those he loves as a father the son he delights in. Blessed are those who find wisdom, those who gain understanding, for she is more profitable than silver and yields better returns than gold. She is more precious than rubies, nothing you desire can compare with her. Long life is in her right hand, in her left hand are riches and honor. Her ways are pleasant ways, and all her paths are peace. She is a tree of life to those who take hold of her. Those who hold her fast will be blessed. We have journeyed together through these truths tonight, and I want you to see how they all connect, how they build upon one another to create a complete picture of the wisdom I am offering you. Discipline leads to wisdom, wisdom leads to blessing, blessing leads to a life that glorifies me and fulfills you. You cannot skip steps in this process. You cannot reject discipline and still gain wisdom. You cannot ignore wisdom and still receive blessing. But when you embrace the full journey, when you receive my correction with gratitude, when you pursue wisdom with passion, when you apply what you learn with diligence, the result is a life that exceeds your wildest dreams. Long life, riches, honor, pleasant ways, peace, the blessing of being a tree of life to others around you. This is not just for a select few, for super spiritual saints, for people with special gifts or advantages. This is for you, my child, available right now, offered freely, waiting only for you to receive it, to embrace it, to make it your own. By wisdom the Lord laid the earth's foundations. By understanding he set the heavens in place. By his knowledge the watery depths were divided, and the clouds let drop the dew. My son, do not let wisdom and understanding out of your sight. Preserve sound judgment and discretion. They will be life for you, an ornament to grace your neck. Then you will go on your way in safety, and your foot will not stumble. When you lie down, you will not be afraid. When you lie down, your sleep will be sweet. As you drift now into deeper rest, as your body relaxes more completely, as your mind releases the thoughts and concerns of the day, I want these words to sink into your spirit like rain soaking into thirsty ground. The wisdom that created all things is at work in your life right now, even as you sleep. I am ordering your steps, arranging your circumstances, preparing opportunities, removing obstacles, doing in the spiritual realm what you cannot see in the natural realm. You can rest in complete confidence tonight because you are not alone, you are not forgotten, you are not left to figure out life on your own. I am with you, I am for you, I am actively working on your behalf. Tomorrow when you wake, you will wake with fresh wisdom, new insight, divine strategy for the day ahead. You will walk in safety because I go before you. Your foot will not stumble because I am directing your steps. You will not be afraid because you know that I am God and you are my beloved child. Sleep now in peace, knowing that every word you have heard tonight is working in your spirit, transforming you from the inside out, positioning you for a future more glorious than you can imagine. Have no fear of sudden disaster or of the ruin that overtakes the wicked, for the Lord will be at your side and will keep your foot from being snared. Do not withhold good from those to whom it is due when it is in your power to act. Do not say to your neighbor, "Come back tomorrow, and I'll give it to you," when you already have it with you. Do not plot harm against your neighbor who lives trustfully near you. Do not accuse anyone for no reason when they have done you no harm. Do not envy the violent or choose any of their ways. Tomorrow you will have opportunities to apply the wisdom you have received tonight. You will have chances to be generous, to speak kindly, to act justly, to walk in integrity. I am preparing you now for these moments so that when they come, you will recognize them and respond with wisdom. You will give generously when I prompt you. You will speak words of life when others speak death. You will choose peace when others choose conflict. You will walk in humility when others walk in pride. And as you make these wise choices, as you apply the wisdom I have given you, you will see the fruit of wisdom manifest in your life in tangible, visible ways. Doors will open. Favor will increase. Relationships will flourish. Provision will flow. Health will improve. Peace will deepen. Joy will overflow. This is what happens when you live according to wisdom, when you align your life with my principles, when you walk in my ways. And it all begins here tonight as you receive truth into your spirit and allow it to transform you from within. For the Lord detests the perverse, but takes the upright into his confidence. The Lord's curse is on the house of the wicked, but he blesses the home of the righteous. He mocks proud mockers, but shows favor to the humble and oppressed. The wise inherit honor, but fools get only shame. I want to speak to you now about the incredible privilege that awaits you as you walk in wisdom. I will take you into my confidence. I will share my secrets with you. I will reveal things that are hidden from the wise and learned of this world, but are revealed to those who walk uprightly before me. Can you grasp how amazing this is? The Creator of the universe, the King of kings and Lord of lords, the Ancient of days, wants to share his heart with you, wants to show you his plans, wants to include you in what he is doing on the earth. This is not because you are perfect or have earned this privilege through your own righteousness. This is because you have chosen wisdom, you have humbled yourself before me, you have made yourself available to be used for my purposes. And when I find someone with a heart like this, I pour out blessing upon them, I show favor to them, I establish them as my representatives on earth. You are becoming such a person tonight. As you receive wisdom, as you embrace my teaching, as you commit to walking in my ways, you are positioning yourself to be taken into my confidence, to be used by me in powerful ways, to be a vessel through whom I can touch lives and change destinies. This is your calling, my child, and I am equipping you for it right now. Listen, my sons, to a father's instruction, pay attention, and gain understanding. I give you sound learning, so do not forsake my teaching. For I too was a son to my father, still tender and cherished by my mother. Then he taught me, and he said to me, take hold of my words with all your heart, keep my commands, and you will live. Get wisdom, get understanding, do not forget my words or turn away from them. Do not forsake wisdom, and she will protect you. Love her, and she will watch over you. The beginning of wisdom is this: get wisdom, though it cost all you have, get understanding. Cherish her, and she will exalt you. Embrace her, and she will honor you. She will give you a garland to grace your head and present you with a glorious crown. I speak to you tonight with the heart of a father teaching his beloved child, passing on truth that has been proven through generations, sharing wisdom that has stood the test of time. My words to you are not theoretical or abstract. They are practical, applicable, life-giving truth that works in real situations, in real relationships, in real life. And I am telling you with all the passion of my fatherly heart, get wisdom, get understanding. Make this your pursuit, your priority, your passion. Let nothing distract you from this goal. Though it cost all you have, get understanding, because understanding will save your life, protect your family, secure your future, fulfill your destiny. When you cherish wisdom, when you embrace understanding, when you make the pursuit of knowing me and walking in my ways the central focus of your life, I will exalt you. I will honor you. I will place a garland of grace upon your head and present you with a glorious crown. You will be established as my representative, my ambassador, my child in whom I am well pleased. And all who see you will recognize that you have been with me, that you carry my presence, that you walk in my wisdom. This is the life I am calling you to, my child, and it begins right here, right now, with your decision to receive wisdom, to value it above all else, to make it your greatest treasure. Listen, my son, accept what I say, and the years of your life will be many. I instruct you in the way of wisdom and lead you along straight paths. When you walk, your steps will not be hampered. When you run, you will not stumble. Hold on to instruction, do not let it go. Guard it well, for it is your life. Do not set foot on the path of the wicked or walk in the way of evildoers. Avoid it, do not travel on it, turn from it, and go on your way. For they cannot rest until they do evil. They are robbed of sleep till they make someone stumble. They eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. As you continue to rest tonight, sinking deeper into sleep, deeper into peace, I want you to understand that the path I am calling you to walk is a path of life. A straight path that leads to abundant blessing. On this path, your steps will not be hampered. When you need to move quickly, when urgency requires action, you will not stumble because I am directing your feet, clearing the way before you, removing obstacles that would trip you up. But you must stay on this path. You must not allow yourself to be drawn away by the attractive appearance of other paths, by the voices calling you to take shortcuts, by the temptation to walk the way everyone else is walking. The path of the wicked may look appealing, may seem to offer pleasure or profit or position, but it leads to death, to destruction, to the loss of everything that truly matters. I am showing you tonight the clear contrast between these two paths, so that you will recognize them when you encounter them in your daily life. The path of wisdom leads to life. The path of wickedness leads to death. The path of righteousness leads to blessing. The path of evil leads to curse. The path of humility leads to honor. The path of pride leads to shame. Choose wisely, my child. Choose life. Choose the path I have set before you and walk in it all the days of your life. The path of the righteous is like the morning sun, shining ever brighter till the full light of day. But the way of the wicked is like deep darkness. They do not know what makes them stumble. My son, pay attention to what I say. Turn your ear to my words. Do not let them out of your sight. Keep them within your heart, for they are life to those who find them and health to one's whole body. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Keep your mouth free of perversity. Keep corrupt talk far from your lips. Let your eyes look straight ahead. Fix your gaze directly before you. Give careful thought to the paths for your feet and be steadfast in all your ways. Do not turn to the right or the left. Keep your foot from evil. What a beautiful picture I am painting for you tonight of the life of wisdom. It is like the morning sun, starting perhaps small and dim, but growing steadily brighter, increasing in glory and radiance until it reaches the full light of day. This is your trajectory, my child. You are not stuck where you are. You are not limited by past mistakes or present circumstances. As you walk in wisdom, as you continue to pursue me, as you keep my words within your heart, you will grow brighter and brighter, more and more glorious, increasingly effective and powerful as my representative on earth. But this requires vigilance. You must guard your heart because everything you do flows from it. You must keep my words in sight, meditating on them, thinking about them, applying them to every situation. You must watch your words, speaking life instead of death, truth instead of lies, encouragement instead of criticism. You must direct your eyes, looking where I want you to look rather than being distracted by every attraction the world offers. You must give careful thought to your path, being intentional about where you are going and how you are getting there. This is the way of wisdom, and it requires effort, discipline, focus. But the reward is worth every ounce of effort you invest. The reward is life, health, blessing, joy, peace, and the glorious crown that I will place upon your head when you stand before me and hear me say, "Well done, good and faithful servant." My son, pay attention to my wisdom. Turn your ear to my words of insight, that you may maintain discretion and your lips may preserve knowledge. For the lips of the adulterous woman drip honey, and her speech is smoother than oil. But in the end, she is bitter as gall, sharp as a double-edged sword. Her feet go down to death, her steps lead straight to the grave. She gives no thought to the way of life. Her paths wander aimlessly, but she does not know it. Now then, my sons, listen to me. Do not turn aside from what I say. Keep to a path far from her. Do not go near the door of her house, lest you lose your honor to others and your dignity to one who is cruel. Lest strangers feast on your wealth and your toil enrich the house of another. At the end of your life, you will groan when your flesh and body are spent. I am speaking to you again tonight about the danger of sexual immorality, the seduction that appears attractive but leads to destruction. In your world, this temptation comes through many channels, not just through physical encounters, but through pornography, through emotional affairs, through fantasy and imagination. The enemy knows how powerful sexual desire is, and he uses it as a weapon to destroy lives, marriages, families, ministries, destinies. But I am giving you wisdom tonight to recognize the danger, to see through the attractive facade to the bitter reality beneath. To understand that what appears to offer pleasure actually delivers pain, what promises fulfillment actually brings emptiness, what seems to enhance life actually steals it away. When temptation comes, and it will come, because you live in a fallen world, you will recognize it for what it is. You will remember my words. You will see the path leading to death, and you will choose instead the path of life. You will keep far from this danger, refusing even to go near the door, because you value your honor, your dignity, your future, your relationship with me more than you value momentary pleasure. This is wisdom, my child, and it will preserve your life, protect your family, and secure your destiny. You will say how I hated discipline, how my heart spurned correction. I would not obey my teachers or turn my ear to my instructors. And I was soon in serious trouble in the assembly of God's people. Drink water from your own cistern, running water from your own well. Should your springs overflow in the streets, your streams of water in the public squares, let them be yours alone, never to be shared with strangers. May your fountain be blessed, and may you rejoice in the wife of your youth. A loving doe, a graceful deer, may her breasts satisfy you always. May you ever be intoxicated with her love. Why, my son, be intoxicated with another man's wife? Why embrace the bosom of a wayward woman? I am showing you tonight not just what to avoid, but what to embrace. I have given you the gift of covenant love, the beauty of a relationship where intimacy is protected, celebrated, and enjoyed without shame or guilt. Within the boundaries of marriage, sexual intimacy is a glorious gift, a source of joy, connection, and satisfaction. I designed it this way, created you with the capacity for this kind of union, blessed the marriage bed as holy and undefiled. When you honor my design, when you remain faithful to your spouse, when you invest in your marriage relationship with the same energy that temptation would try to draw out of you, you will find satisfaction that goes beyond physical pleasure. You will experience intimacy at the deepest levels, soul connection that transcends the physical, a bond that grows stronger with time rather than growing weaker. This is my gift to you, my plan for your fulfillment, my design for your blessing. Embrace it with joy and gratitude, and refuse to allow anything or anyone to draw you away from it. For your ways are in full view of the Lord, and he examines all your paths. The evil deeds of the wicked ensnare them, the cords of their sins hold them fast. For lack of discipline they will die, led astray by their own great folly. You are never alone, my child. I see everything, know everything, examine every path you walk. This truth should both comfort you and sober you. It should comfort you because it means you are never abandoned, never forgotten, never left to face life on your own. I am always with you, always watching over you, always caring about every detail of your life. But it should also sober you because it means there is no hidden sin, no secret compromise, no private rebellion. Everything is visible to me, every thought, every motive, every action. The wicked may think they can hide their deeds, but they cannot. Their sins will find them out, will ensnare them, will hold them fast until they face consequences they never intended. You who are walking in wisdom need not fear my gaze. You can live with confidence and transparency because your ways are righteous, your heart is pure, your life is being lived for my glory. And when you do stumble, when you do make mistakes because you are human and will sometimes fail, you can come to me immediately in confession and repentance, and I will forgive you, cleanse you, and restore you to the path of life. This is the joy of living in covenant with me, the security of knowing that my love for you never wavers, my commitment to you never fails. My son, if you have put up security for your neighbor, if you have shaken hands in pledge for a stranger, you have been trapped by what you said, ensnared by the words of your mouth. So do this, my son, to free yourself, since you have fallen into your neighbor's hands. Go, humble yourself, press your plea with your neighbor. Allow no sleep to your eyes, no slumber to your eyelids. Free yourself like a gazelle from the hand of the hunter, like a bird from the snare of the fowler. I am teaching you tonight about wisdom in your financial relationships, about the danger of becoming entangled in obligations you cannot fulfill, of making commitments that put you in bondage to others. In your enthusiasm to help, in your desire to be generous, in your eagerness to support others, you may sometimes make unwise financial decisions, costening for debts you cannot pay, guaranteeing obligations you cannot fulfill, pledging security you do not have. When you find yourself in such situations, I am telling you clearly what to do. Humble yourself, go to the person, and do whatever you must do to free yourself from the obligation. This is not selfishness, this is wisdom. Because when you are in financial bondage to others, you cannot be free to fulfill my purposes for your life. You cannot respond to my promptings with generosity. You cannot position yourself for the blessings I want to pour out on you. Freedom is essential to walking in wisdom, and financial freedom is a critical component of overall freedom. I want you to live free from debt, free from obligation, free from bondage to any person or system. This does not mean you should never help others, never be generous, never support those in need. It means you should do so wisely, under my direction, in ways that bless without creating bondage. Let me guide your financial decisions. Let me show you when to give and when to wait, when to help and when to step back. Trust my wisdom in this area, and I will establish you in financial freedom that enables you to be radically generous without becoming enslaved to debt. Go to the ant, you sluggard, consider its ways and be wise. It has no commander, no overseer or ruler, yet it stores its provisions in summer and gathers its food at harvest. How long will you lie there, you sluggard? When will you get up from your sleep? A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come on you like a thief and scarcity like an armed man. I want to speak to you now about diligence, about the importance of hard work, about the danger of laziness. The ant has no one forcing it to work, no overseer cracking a whip, no commander giving orders. Yet it works diligently, preparing for the future, storing provisions, taking responsibility for its own survival. This is the kind of self-motivation, self-discipline, and personal responsibility I want to see in you. You do not need someone constantly pushing you, nagging you, forcing you to do what needs to be done. You can take initiative, set your own goals, create your own plan, and work diligently to accomplish what I have called you to do. Laziness, on the other hand, always has an excuse. Just a little more sleep, just a little more rest, just a little more time off. But those little compromises add up to poverty, to scarcity, to unfulfilled dreams and unreached potential. I am calling you to diligence, my child. I am calling you to work with excellence, to give your best effort, to be someone who can be counted on, who finishes what they start, who does what they say they will do. This does not mean you should become a workaholic, sacrificing health and relationships on the altar of achievement. It means you should work with wisdom, giving your energy to what matters most, investing your time in pursuits that align with my purposes, and doing everything as unto me rather than unto men. When you work this way, when you combine diligence with wisdom, when you allow me to direct your efforts, you will see fruit that amazes you. Success that comes not through striving, but through alignment with my will, provision that flows naturally as a result of faithful obedience to my principles. A troublemaker and a villain who goes about with a corrupt mouth, who winks maliciously with his eye, signals with his feet and motions with his fingers, who plots evil with deceit in his heart. He always stirs up conflict. Therefore disaster will overtake him in an instant. He will suddenly be destroyed without remedy. There are 6 things the Lord hates, 7 that are detestable to him: haughty eyes, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked schemes, feet that are quick to rush into evil, a false witness who pours out lies, and a person who stirs up conflict in the community. I want you to understand what I hate, what grieves my heart, what stirs my anger. These are not arbitrary rules or cultural preferences. These are attitudes and actions that destroy individuals, relationships, families, communities, and nations. Pride, lying, violence, wicked schemes, rushing into evil, false testimony, stirring up conflict. These are the tools of the enemy, the methods by which he seeks to steal, kill, and destroy. And I hate them because I love you, because I have created you for something so much better, because I know the destruction these things cause. Tonight, I am calling you to walk in the opposite spirit. Instead of pride, walk in humility. Instead of lying, speak truth. Instead of violence, pursue peace. Instead of wicked schemes, devise plans for good. Instead of rushing into evil, run toward righteousness. Instead of bearing false witness, testify to truth. Instead of stirring up conflict, be a peacemaker. When you walk in these ways, when you embody these values, when you live in opposition to everything I hate, you become a force for good in the world, a light in the darkness, a representative of my kingdom on earth. And I will honor you, bless you, establish you as my faithful servant in whom I am well pleased. My son, keep your father's command and do not forsake your mother's teaching. Bind them always on your heart, fasten them around your neck. When you walk, they will guide you. When you sleep, they will watch over you. When you awake, they will speak to you. For this command is a lamp, this teaching is a light, and correction and instruction are the way to life, keeping you from your neighbor's wife, from the smooth talk of a wayward woman. The word of God is not meant to sit on a shelf gathering dust, to be referenced occasionally in times of crisis, to be acknowledged but not applied. My word is meant to be bound always on your heart, fastened around your neck, carried with you wherever you go, consulted in every decision, applied to every situation. When you live this way, when my word becomes the lens through which you view everything in life, it will guide you when you walk, showing you which way to go, which decisions to make, which opportunities to pursue. It will watch over you when you sleep, protecting you from danger, standing guard over your rest, ensuring your safety. It will speak to you when you awake, giving you wisdom for the day ahead, strategy for the challenges you will face, encouragement for the journey before you. My word is alive and active, sharper than any double-edged sword, penetrating to the division of soul and spirit, joints and marrow, judging the thoughts and intentions of the heart. It is a lamp to your feet and a light to your path. It is the way to life, the source of wisdom, the foundation of truth. Do not neglect it, my child. Do not allow busyness or distraction or laziness to keep you from daily engagement with my word. Make time to read it, meditate on it, memorize it, apply it. Your life depends on it. Your future hinges on it. Your destiny is connected to it. Treasure my word as the most valuable possession you have, because it is my voice speaking directly to you, my heart revealed to you, my wisdom made available to you. Do not lust in your heart after her beauty, or let her captivate you with her eyes. For a prostitute can be had for a loaf of bread, but another man's wife preys on your very life. Can a man scoop fire into his lap without his clothes being burned? Can a man walk on hot coals without his feet being scorched? So is he who sleeps with another man's wife. No one who touches her will go unpunished. People do not despise a thief if he steals to satisfy his hunger when he is starving. Yet if he is caught, he must pay sevenfold, though it costs him all the wealth of his house. But a man who commits adultery has no sense. Whoever does so destroys himself. Blows and disgrace are his lot, and his shame will never be wiped away. I continue to warn you about sexual immorality because the consequences are so severe, so lasting, so destructive. The temporary pleasure of sexual sin cannot be compared to the permanent damage it causes. It destroys trust, shatters families, ruins reputations, damages souls. And unlike other sins that can be forgiven and forgotten, the shame of adultery follows a person for life. This is not because I am unwilling to forgive. I forgive all who come to me in genuine repentance, but because the consequences in the natural realm cannot be undone. Relationships are damaged, children are wounded, trust is shattered, reputations are ruined. The scars remain even after forgiveness has been extended. This is why I plead with you tonight to guard yourself against this sin, to flee from sexual immorality, to refuse even to entertain thoughts that lead in this direction. Do not justify, rationalize, or minimize the danger. Do not think you are strong enough to play with fire without being burned. Do not believe the lie that you can indulge in sexual sin without facing consequences. The truth is clear, the outcome is certain, the path is set. Sexual immorality leads to destruction, period. But purity leads to blessing, honor leads to favor, faithfulness leads to reward. Choose the path of wisdom, my child. Guard your heart, control your eyes, discipline your thoughts, and walk in sexual purity all the days of your life. For jealousy arouses a husband's fury, and he will show no mercy when he takes revenge. He will not accept any compensation. He will refuse a bribe, however great it is. My son, keep my words and store up my commands within you. Keep my commands, and you will live. Guard my teachings as the apple of your eye. Bind them on your fingers, write them on the tablet of your heart. Say to wisdom, you are my sister, and to insight, you are my relative. They will keep you from the adulterous woman, from the wayward woman with her seductive words. The relationships you build with wisdom and insight should be as close as family, as intimate as siblings, as valued as your closest relatives. This is how highly I want you to prize wisdom, how deeply I want you to connect with understanding. When wisdom becomes your sister, when insight becomes your relative, you have constant companions who guide you, protect you, warn you, encourage you. You are never alone, never without counsel, never left to figure things out on your own. And these companions, wisdom and insight, will protect you from the greatest dangers you will face, the seductions that promise pleasure but deliver pain, the attractions that appear beautiful but lead to destruction. They will give you the strength to say no when temptation presents itself, the discernment to recognize danger before you fall into it, the courage to walk away when everyone else is giving in. This is why I have spent this entire night speaking to you about wisdom, impressing upon you its value, showing you its benefits, calling you to pursue it with all your heart. Because wisdom is the key to everything else I have for you, the foundation upon which all blessing is built, the pathway to fulfilled destiny. Without wisdom, you will struggle and stumble and settle for far less than I have planned for you. But with wisdom, you will soar, you will overcome, you will accomplish more than you ever dreamed possible. Embrace wisdom tonight, my child. Make her your sister, your constant companion, your most trusted friend, and watch as she leads you into the abundant life I have prepared for you. At the window of my house, I looked down through the lattice. I saw among the simple, I noticed among the young men, a youth who had no sense. As you continue to rest, I want to paint a picture for you, to tell you a story that illustrates everything I have been teaching you tonight. There was a young man who lacked sense, who had not embraced wisdom, who walked carelessly through life without understanding the dangers that surrounded him. He was simple, not stupid but naive, not evil but unguarded, not malicious but vulnerable. And this lack of wisdom, this absence of understanding, this failure to heed instruction set him on a path toward destruction. He was going down the street near her corner, walking along in the direction of her house at twilight, as the day was fading, as the dark of night set in. Then out came a woman to meet him dressed like a prostitute and with crafty intent. She is unruly and defiant, her feet never stay at home. Now in the street, now in the squares, at every corner she lurks. She took hold of him and kissed him, and with a brazen face she said, "I have fellowship offerings at home. Today I fulfilled my vows, so I came out to meet you. I looked for you and have found you. I have covered my bed with colored linens from Egypt. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let's drink deeply of love till morning. Let's enjoy ourselves with love. My husband is not at home. He has gone on a long journey. He took his purse filled with money and will not be home till full moon. The scene is set, the trap is laid, the seduction begins." This woman, representing all that is contrary to wisdom, all that leads to death, actively seeks out the vulnerable, the simple, the unguarded. She does not wait passively for victims to come to her. She goes out hunting, looking for those she can devour. And she is skilled in her craft, using appearance, words, promises, and opportunity to entice her target. Notice how she removes obstacles, addresses concerns, paints an attractive picture of what she offers. She makes sin look appealing, makes rebellion seem safe, makes destruction appear desirable. This is always how temptation works, my child. It never announces itself as death. It always masquerades as life, as pleasure, as opportunity. This is why you need wisdom, why you must be able to see through the attractive facade to the bitter reality beneath. With persuasive words she led him astray. She seduced him with her smooth talk. All at once he followed her like an ox going to the slaughter, like a deer stepping into a noose till an arrow pierces his liver. Like a bird darting into a snare, little knowing it will cost him his life. Now then, my sons, listen to me. Pay attention to what I say. Do not let your heart turn to her ways or stray into her paths. Many are the victims she has brought down. Her slain are a mighty throng. Her house is a highway to the grave, leading down to the chambers of death. The young man, lacking wisdom, unable to discern danger, falls for the seduction. He follows her, not realizing he is walking toward death, not understanding that what appears to offer pleasure will actually destroy him. He is like an ox going to slaughter, unaware of the fate that awaits. He is like a deer stepping into a noose, not recognizing the trap until it is too late. He is like a bird darting into a snare, attracted by the bait, oblivious to the danger. And his lack of wisdom, his failure to heed instruction, his refusal to guard his heart will cost him his life, perhaps not immediately in a physical sense, but certainly in terms of everything that makes life worth living. His honor will be destroyed, his reputation ruined, his relationships shattered, his future derailed. This is the inevitable outcome of sexual immorality, and no one is exempt from the consequences. Many have gone before him down this path. Mighty throngs have been slain by this enemy. And many more will follow unless they embrace wisdom, unless they heed instruction, unless they guard their hearts and flee from sexual immorality. But you, my child, you will not be among them. You have received wisdom tonight. You have been warned, instructed, equipped. You now know the danger, recognize the trap, understand the consequences. And you have made a choice, a decision to walk in wisdom, to pursue righteousness, to guard your heart and honor me with your sexuality. This decision will save your life, protect your future, and position you for blessing beyond measure. Does not wisdom call out? Does not understanding raise her voice? At the highest point along the way where the paths meet, she takes her stand. Beside the gate leading into the city at the entrance, she cries aloud. To you, O people, I call out, I raise my voice to all mankind. You who are simple gain prudence. You who are foolish set your hearts on it. Listen, for I have trustworthy things to say. I open my lips to speak what is right. My mouth speaks what is true, for my lips detest wickedness. All the words of my mouth are just. None of them is crooked or perverse. To the discerning all of them are right. They are upright to those who have found knowledge. Choose my instruction instead of silver, knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is more precious than rubies, and nothing you desire can compare with her. Wisdom is not hidden or secret, available only to a select few, accessible only through some mysterious initiation. Wisdom calls out openly, raises her voice publicly, takes a stand where everyone can hear. She is available to all who will listen, accessible to anyone who will respond. This is my heart, my child, that everyone would have access to wisdom, that all would choose understanding, that none would perish for lack of knowledge. I am calling out to you tonight, and my voice has reached you. You have heard wisdom's call, responded to understanding's invitation, opened your heart to receive instruction. And now you possess something of infinite value, more precious than rubies, more desirable than anything else you could possibly want. With this wisdom, you can navigate any challenge, overcome any obstacle, fulfill any purpose. Without it, you would struggle and stumble even in the simplest situations. You have chosen well, my beloved. You have valued wisdom above silver, chosen knowledge over gold, recognized that nothing else compares to understanding. And this choice will define your future, shape your destiny, determine your legacy. I am so proud of you for receiving what I am offering, for opening your heart to my instruction, for making wisdom your pursuit. Your life will never be the same because of what has happened here tonight. I wisdom dwell together with prudence. I possess knowledge and discretion. To fear the Lord is to hate evil. I hate pride and arrogance, evil behavior and perverse speech. Counsel and sound judgment are mine. I have insight, I have power. By me kings reign, and rulers issue decrees that are just. By me princes govern, and nobles all who rule on earth. I love those who love me, and those who seek me find me. With me are riches, and honor, enduring wealth and prosperity. My fruit is better than fine gold. What I yield surpasses choice silver. I walk in the way of righteousness along the paths of justice, bestowing a rich inheritance on those who love me and making their treasuries full. Do you hear the promise in these words? When you love wisdom, when you seek me, you will find me. And with me come all the blessings you have ever hoped for, riches and honor, enduring wealth and prosperity, fruit better than gold, yield that surpasses silver. This is not the fleeting, temporary prosperity of the wicked, gained through compromise and destined to slip through their fingers. This is enduring wealth, lasting prosperity, the kind of blessing that spans generations, that impacts families, that leaves a legacy. I am offering you this tonight, my child, not because you deserve it or have earned it, but because I love you, because you are seeking me, because you are valuing wisdom above all else. And as you continue to walk in wisdom, as you apply what you have learned, as you live according to my principles, you will see this promise manifest in your life in tangible, visible ways. Your financial situation will improve, not necessarily overnight, but consistently over time. Your relationships will flourish as you apply wisdom to how you interact with others. Your reputation will grow as people recognize the wisdom evident in your life. Your influence will expand as others seek you out for counsel and advice. Your joy will increase as you walk in alignment with my purposes. Your peace will deepen as you rest in my provision. Your confidence will soar as you see evidence of my blessing on your life. This is the inheritance I am bestowing on you, the treasure I am placing in your hands, the future I am securing for you. Receive it with gratitude, steward it with faithfulness, and share it generously with others so that many will be blessed through the wisdom I have given you. The Lord brought me forth as the first of his works before his deeds of old. I was formed long ages ago, at the very beginning, when the world came to be. When there were no watery depths, I was given birth. When there were no springs overflowing with water, before the mountains were settled in place, before the hills I was given birth. Before he made the world, or its fields, or any of the dust of the earth. I was there when he set the heavens in place, when he marked out the horizon on the face of the deep, when he established the clouds above and fixed securely the fountains of the deep. When he gave the sea its boundary, so the waters would not overstep his command, and when he marked out the foundations of the earth. Then I was constantly at his side. I was filled with delight day after day, rejoicing always in his presence, rejoicing in his whole world and delighting in mankind. Wisdom is not a new concept, not a recent development, not something I created as an afterthought. Wisdom has been with me from the beginning, before creation, before time, before anything existed. Wisdom was there when I set the heavens in place, when I marked out the horizon, when I established the clouds, when I fixed the foundations of the deep, when I gave the sea its boundary, when I marked out the foundations of the earth. And wisdom delights in you, rejoices in mankind, takes pleasure in dwelling with the children of men. This is the wisdom I am offering you tonight, the wisdom that participated in creation, that understands the deepest mysteries of the universe, that knows how everything works because it was present when everything was made. When you receive this wisdom, you are receiving something eternal, something divine, something that transcends human understanding. You are connecting with the very mind of God, accessing the knowledge that existed before creation, tapping into understanding that will never pass away. Now then, my sons, listen to me. Blessed are those who keep my ways. Listen to my instruction and be wise. Do not disregard it. Blessed are those who listen to me, watching daily at my doors, waiting at my doorway. For those who find me find life and receive favor from the Lord. But those who fail to find me harm themselves. All who hate me love death. Wisdom has issued her final invitation for tonight, her last call, her ultimate appeal. Listen, be wise, do not disregard. The choice is yours, the decision is before you, the moment is now. You can choose wisdom and find life, or you can reject wisdom and harm yourself. You can embrace understanding and receive favor, or you can turn away from instruction and choose death. There is no middle ground, no neutral position, no way to avoid choosing. Not to choose wisdom is to choose foolishness. Not to choose life is to choose death. Not to choose me is to choose to walk alone. But I know what you are choosing tonight, my beloved child. You are choosing wisdom. You are choosing life. You are choosing me. And because of this choice, you are blessed, you have found life, you have received favor from the Lord. Tomorrow, when you awake, you will awake to a new day, a fresh start, a clean slate. But you will not awake as the same person who laid down tonight. You have been transformed by the renewing of your mind, changed by the washing of the word, equipped by the gift of wisdom. You are now prepared for whatever tomorrow brings, confident in my love, secure in my provision, certain of my guidance. Go forward in faith, walk in wisdom, live in blessing. And know that I am with you always, even to the end of the age. Rest now in peace, my precious child. Rest in the knowledge that you are loved beyond measure, valued beyond worth, cherished beyond expression. Sweet dreams, beloved, until tomorrow.